How you folks doing tonight? Welcome back to Rant, Rave in America. If you haven't been here before, we welcome you too. I had a really good day today. I really did. Hung out with the family, went to work, came back home, still kicking it back, chilling, having some fun, just living a little bit. And let me tell you, folks, right now, that is the one key thing that we all need to do. Going about just chilling with everybody, hanging out with a few friends that we haven't seen in a while. That is something that's, I think, is really needed right now for everybody. Just a little bit. Just live a little bit. This is not going to be a typical rant and rave. I mean, don't get me wrong, we will rant and rave during this video, but with COVID, with what the fuck's going on with the government, of course, in Russia, China, the rest of the fucking world, and everything else, and your daily lives, kids, pets, jobs, whatever, you need a time to just sit back and live a little bit. Boy, that feels a whole lot better, don't it? Not just take that breath. Just let everything go and just breathe. Because I tell you what, one thing I have noticed, I know we are 2.5 years, whatever not, into the epidemic, whatever the fuck it is, and all this other bullshit out there. We really haven't taken the time to just breathe. So go ahead, take a minute, feeling it, right? You feeling it, right? Feels a lot better now. You take that long breath and just, whew, let it go. And we are so wound up lately, ain't we? Aren't we all just a bit wound the fuck up? Like we're at each other's throats. Like you snap on someone for no damn reason. Just breathe. Just take that moment. Take that moment. We all need it. Man. Chill. Hey, you got it? I know some of you do. Go ahead and smoke it too. I am definitely pro weed. I have nothing against it whatsoever. I used to do a bit back in my day. I can't do it anymore. Damn, it pisses me off sometimes. That's why I smoke. That's why I drink. But yeah, whatever it takes, do a little bit. Just take some time out. Go out. Get away from your hometown. And I know I've said this before. Spend some time with the family. Pop up a little family reunion. But don't invite the ones you don't like. Forget Uncle Earl. But go out, have some fun, and live some life. Live some life. Because that's something that's been missing lately. It really is. We're so caught up in the everyday ongoings and the BS is being put at us through the fake news media. And yes, that does include Fox News too. Yes, it does. But just all this crap coming at us. Whose side should I be on? What the fuck should I say? Is that right? Is that not right? I mean, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore, right? Fuck it. Let it go. Just let it go. For most of you guys that got a weekend coming up, enjoy it. Head out to the lake. Go fishing. Take the kids to the park. Or for people like myself, I could hit up a bar. Big huge shout out to Wiseau's, by the way. We had a lot of fun. I took the wife and my buddy Pops. You all seen him on the channel before. You love him, you know him. We went out to Wiseau's, hung out, had some drinks, sang karaoke, and I tell you what, guys, that is a fun atmosphere out there at Wiseau's. It is fun. The bar will sing with you. Unless, of course, you're doing really crappy, they'll let you know, too. But even if you do sing crappy, it's fine. They'll just applaud you at the end. Thank you very much. He's done. Thank goodness. No. All kidding aside there. But really, really a lot of fun. Boy, I really can't get over it. It's been a long time since I've been to a bar with that type of atmosphere. It really has. I've been to a lot of places, and most of them are, nah, they have their own crowds, let's put it that way. I'll be polite for once. Like I said, this isn't going to be typical rant and rave. For those of you going, seriously, did you say he's going to be polite? What the fuck was that? Yeah, I can be polite. Just don't tell anybody else. But yeah, and it doesn't hurt to fucking cut loose. Do something crazy. And I don't mean go rob a bank or nothing like that. Like, no, go to the amusement park. Yeah, go do that. Find a ride that you're like, usually I don't do that shit. But you know what? Today I'm gonna cut it loose. Let's do it. Let's go on that triple loop coaster. Let's do that shit. Why not? Or if you're really into thrill seeking, we got an airport right out here. Go skydiving. Strap on a pack. Go for it. Live a little bit. Have just a moment. Even if it takes the day to enjoy that moment. And if it takes a day, by the way, I want to be included because I have yet to see a day that is an actual moment. I have moments in a day, but to have a day that's in a moment, that would be ingenious. I would love to be a part of that. I'm still waiting on that day. But yeah, little moments where you get to kick back, chill, relax, do your thing. I can see my Uncle Denny right now going, well, I do my own thing. I have fun. Uncle Denny, I love you, motherfucker. You in a cab of a truck for 18 fucking hours. Are you kidding me? You're talking to your own voices at that point. That's not fun. You got bored. Well, speaking of being in cabs all day long, and I feel for him, I do, but he also knows how to cut back too, the folks. He really does. One of these days, hope to get my uncle on the channel. You want to talk about a rant and rave? That'll be like a party right there. He knows how to kick it back too and live a little bit. He really does. I'm not going to go into detail on how I know that. I think there was some spray paint and Walmart parking lot involved, but anyway. But now, yeah, it's been a really good day. Sorry, I was just reminiscing here. I visited some friends and visited with my parents for a bit. The wife and I hung out. Yeah, you gotta take little moments, guys. You really do. Those little moments add up. And for all you that could do this, I've done it myself. You go, well, I just can't take that moment. I got this going on. And I got my job and the wife. I got the kids. I got the family. And then I've got this over here, and I have this over here, and and then I said I was going to do this, but I didn't do that yesterday, so let me do that now. No, just take a minute and breathe. Seriously, just breathe. And this has come from the word from the wise, because I have done that myself to myself. And all that ends up happening is you get stressed out. You get stressed out, you get overwhelmed, next thing you know, you're blowing up and shit ends in fucking hell. You find yourself in purgatory, everyone else went to hell. They were the lucky ones. Now you're screwed. So just take a breath. Take a breath, put on some music. That's what I usually do. When shit's really getting bad, I'll throw some music. I'll throw some out there. I love the Lax. I love Colt Ford. Moccasin Creek. Big Moccasin Creek fan, by the way. I went to do Moonshine Bandits as well. They got a lot of music for the troops. Love their music. But yeah, just find your little piece of solace. And you'll be surprised what happens. Like when I go into my own little groove and I'll be doing what I'm doing, all of a sudden my neighbors are like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, hey, just chilling, hanging out. I'm like, great, you mind if we join you? You know what? No, come on up. Let's have some fun. Oh, you know what? Now we got you two here and your little one, and I got the wife and everything. Let's throw on the barbecue. So yeah, just one little moment can turn into a huge big moment. But that's life, though. That's life. You live. That's called living, by the way. That's what it is. If you think that going to work and then coming home and sleeping and taking a shit and a piss is your living, no, that's just your mundane life. You're just going through the motions. That's like saying I live. Well, really, how do you live? Well, I breathe in, I breathe out. No, you're just going through the motions. Live a little bit. Live your life. As I did say to the folks, this is also still a rant and rave video, by the way. It is. It's going to be kicked back rant and rave video, but there will be some rant and raving, and here comes one of them right here. One thing that pisses me off is that everybody else is so fucking uptight. They are. And if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you're one of them. And what I mean by uptight is, you're so fucking uptight that you get worried about what the fuck someone else just said. Fuck that shit. It ain't worth it. That is not worth ruining your day. Smile at them and wave or flip the finger. Whatever makes you feel better. I do it a few times. Hey, fucking jerk. Oh, fuck you too. Hey, hope you have a great day. It's okay. Just let it go. It ain't worth it. Hell, sometimes I do it just to make myself feel better. I'd be in a fucking dump, and I'll look at one of my neighbors, whatever, and be like, hey, what? Good morning. Great. No, I feel better. They might be pissed at me, but hey, I feel better. My day's going great now. And you can ask a few of my neighbors. By the way, most of my neighbors and I are friends anyways. So they take us a joke. But it does help me out just a little bit. Hey, what the fuck? I flipped somebody off today. I feel better. What do you know? There is something I do want to approach on, though, in all seriousness. My buddy just got popped with a DUI. And this has been something that's been going on. And I think it's high time I talk about it. He pulled over into a parking lot. I think it was a parking lot. I know it was a broad enough shoulder. I don't remember the full story. But he had pulled over. He fell asleep. That was his intention. He didn't want to drive home drunk, so he just went a block over, pulled over to the next spot he saw. That was wide enough for him to pull over safely and fell asleep. He was there for 5 hours. He was awoken by a knock on the window. It was a cop. They saw the keys in the ignition, popped him for a DUI. Now, I'm sorry. I have a fucking problem with that. And I also don't know why the fuck I apologize, because that right there is bull fucking shit. The man pulled his fucking car over and fell asleep. And he did it safely. He knew what the fuck he was doing. Only thing he forgot to do was take the keys out of the fucking ignition, which honestly doesn't fucking matter anyways, because the engine was fucking off. The car wasn't going anywhere. He fell asleep in his front seat on the side of the road or in the parking lot, whichever one it was. But it was wide enough. He was not impeding traffic. He didn't put anyone else in harm's way. But he still got a DUI because the keys were in the fucking ignition. I think this is enough, alright? Let's use some fucking common sense here. Even as a fucking law enforcement officer, use some fucking common sense, alright? If you didn't impede the traffic, if he wasn't endangering the public, yeah, wake him up, see if he's alright. That I can understand. But then to go ahead and say, what were you doing? Were you drinking? You can smell the alcohol? Oh, by the way, keys are ignition, so that's a DUI. No, bullshit. That is bullshit. If someone does something in a safe manner, drinking or not. Like even if I was just tired. This has happened before too. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you got busted for it too. It's called no trespassing. If you pulled over on the shoulder of the road to catch some Z's, because let's face it nowadays, with this COVID pandemic, my wife and I have saw it. We traveled out to Colorado a few times in the past 2 years. Most of the rest areas were closed because of COVID. The only place to pull over would be a short of the fucking road. And I'm sorry, going 340 something miles on one trip? Yeah, right. I need at least 2 hours of sleep. Maybe an hour cat nap. But anyways, I digress. Going back to what I was talking about. If someone has taken the sensible move, I was going to say time out, but no, it wasn't a time out of their day. They made the sensible move to move their vehicle and go somewhere else and take a nap instead of driving them home drunk. Why aren't they giving a pat on the back? Why are they giving a fucking DUI? And here's another one for you. And it's not just someone parked on the side of the road with the keys in the ignition. You go and grab a six-pack from the bar and say, all right, guys, I'm out. I'm going to walk my ass home. I'll come pick up my car tomorrow. Now, you're on the sidewalk. Taking that six-pack home. You're not even drinking. You're just going home, six-pack still closed up in its bag. But because you're drunk and you left the bar, the cop will still charge you with a DUI. Actually, I think at this point it's called intoxication in public, what the fuck they call it. Bullshit. Doing a sensible fucking move. You know what should happen? You're a good guy. You're a good woman. Go ahead, head on home. I tell you what, some shit just makes me fucking pissy. Now, for all you people at the West Point, there was a defund the police movement. No. Wrong fucking move. Already touched on that in another video. There's I don't know what it is. I know that they're following the law to the letter, but at some point in time, if everything else can change with the world, maybe that's one of them that should change too. Well, sorry. Who knew? You can't freaking burp while talking. How about that? No, that is one of the rules that should change too. Notice I called it rules, not laws. Because that's honestly what laws are. We'll get into that here in a second. Yeah, as much as we write in new laws and change laws, because the change was with the time, maybe DUIs is one we should look at as well. You think that could be a possibility? Now going into what I was saying, yes folks, laws are rules. And as any smart person will tell you, some rules are just meant to be bent. Not broken, just bent. If you don't believe that, oh, look at our government. For those of you that are new to this channel, I will explain this to you. I do not like our government. That does not mean I'm anti-government. I just do not like our government. For those that have been here and are part of the Rant and Rave in America family, they will tell you the same thing. Not anti-government. Doesn't like the government, but not anti-government. The government is there. We do need some form of crap, lost my train of thought there. Lost the word. We don't need control, but what we do need is a structure. That's what I was looking for. Structure. Structure's fine. Control is not. as my wife will tell you, I go crazy if I don't have a list of what the fuck needs to happen for my day. That's structure. It doesn't control my day. I can do whatever I want to do, but my shit gets done. Yeah, by the way, speaking of which, check out that other video that we did, me and my wife. That was nerve-wracking and a half. It's not easy having the wife on the channel, but I enjoyed it, and she did too. Hope you all did as well. But you check that one out if you guys haven't seen that one yet. We went deep into what it's like with dealing with depression and anxiety. I think next, what are we on? Oh, shoot. Tomorrow. So tomorrow or next week, we're going to pause back on the channel. We are going to dive deep into PTSD. It's something the wife and I hinted around. It's also something that I have hinted around myself. Yeah, we are diving deep into PTSD. I'm thinking that possibly available tomorrow, but it could be next week, though, folks. Just to let you know. Hence why I'm doing the video tonight, just in case. We just tried to stay on our one video a week. A lot of people are like, well, why just one video a week? Why don't you do multiple? Well, I'll tell you why, guys. Because we don't really do this. We don't do this for money. We don't. We have our jobs. That's why. That is why. And I really want to let you guys know that I don't do this to make money. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because I get to express myself. And sometimes the reactions I get are worth it. Sometimes they are. I've heard from a few people that my last video I did, they got really mad about my view of if to be a citizen in this country, you should fight for this country. Yeah, I actually had a lot of negative views on that one, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that. The looks on their faces made that video worth it. But again, I'm an asshole. I do want to give a huge shout out once again to YouTube for letting me post these videos and accepting them. I definitely appreciate it. I mean, again, without YouTube, what other outlet is there? Because fuck Zuckerberg, right? You think Zuckerberg's gonna let this shit on Facebook? I don't think so. Hell the fuck no, you won't. Yeah, I was going to go off on a rant there about Tim and Trump, but there's sometimes I think Donald just talks out his ass. And yes, I did say that, and yes, I do mean it. By the way, that does come from a Trump supporter. But yeah, hope your all night's going really good. Hope the weather's good for you guys. Our weather's supposed to turn a bit cold here. We're supposed to get some snow tonight. I do feel really bad for the southern states. You guys, damn, you guys have been through hell. You guys have been through hell this past March, haven't you? Which is weird because usually March, it's been a quiet month for 9 years now. It's been a really quiet month, but this year, no, hell no. I think there's been 24 tornadoes so far in March, and not small ones either. I think we had a couple that were F3s. I said it because it could have been F4, but yeah, I think they were F3s. So yeah, prayers and lots of love going down to you guys. Damn. I'm only thinking what's this summer going to bring, because I'm pretty sure up here in the Midwest we're going to get hit hard this summer. Yeah, I'm expecting a wild summer. We'll probably have. I am just going to say this. Call it. I'm calling it now. We're probably going to have 18 severe storms this summer. I'm just saying, there it is. It's out there. Yeah, so you know what March brought? We even had some close calls. Most of it was up north, and then it skipped us. Don't ask me how. Missouri, Arkansas, they got nailed with it. That same storm system passed right over us, just brought nothing but rain, and then it hit over to Indiana, and they got nailed. So we lucked out in March. So I think that's going to come back to bite us in the ass in summer. I see 18 severe storms. Out of those 18, Taylorville does live in a valley. I think we could get hit once. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys see it on the news. Taylorville got hit F2. That's what I'm praying for. Like we could be pushing our luck here and we get hit finally with an F4 again. That one in December that we got hit with a few years back, that was a strong F3. So yeah, we could be pushing our luck here. But it's okay. If it happens, it happens, and we'll band together. We always do. This is a very strong community. And by the way, on that note, there, guys, comment on that. Let me know how strong your communities are. What do you guys do? How you guys band together? Any events you guys done? Do you guys have block parties? Because I always talk about I want to get a block party started on out here, and no one really seems to be in on that. And I'm like, man, that'd be really a lot of fun. Get the neighbors out, get the kids out. Let's have a party. With the barbecue, so the speakers, have some fun. So yeah, I'd like to know what goes on about in those other communities. Interested to know. So give it a shout out, definitely. I'm always looking for comments. And always give me topics. I'm always looking for topics. And I know I give everybody shit about, I'll give you shit if I don't like it. And that's the truth, I will, but I just want some topics, guys. I flounder sometimes. Like I'll come up with my own, but most of it rehashes because let's be honest, most of my shit comes